Fir Tree Farm is kind of equidistant really between Harrogate and York, just off the A59. So when we moved in, there was no wall there was no gate, there was just the big sort of country gate on the side there. So we've put in the wall, put in the gate, safer for kids, put in the patio so that we had, a nice area to sit and soak up the sun and enjoy a barbecue. And then we've patioed an area at the top of the garden as well, which is where we have a hot tub, which is great for the kids and for us. And then there was a conservatory here that was like a leaking sieve. So we decided, knock that all down, start again, put the boot room on, obviously opened up a kitchen diner, very much on the fact that we wanted it to be family life, because I love to make sort of Sunday dinners, get the roast on, and in the summer it's very nice because obviously once you open up these French doors, you've got access to the garden. It's lovely and warm, lovely and bright, and it functions nicely because you can still keep an eye on the kids, still keep an eye on the dog whilst you're still in here, doing normal domesticated life, I guess. So it works well for us. We wanted to keep a nice lounge space off the kitchen so that from a family perspective, you can still be using both rooms for slightly different purposes, but still feel connected. And the nice thing is this is a nice space to use when we've got guests, because the kids can be in the lounge next door, or vice versa. If someone's watching the telly, you're not forced to just use the one lounge, which in family life, sometimes it's nice to get a piece of quiet away from the kids. So this is the main lounge, and my favourite feature of this lounge is we've kept the open fire. So we've had that relined, and especially at Christmas, it's lovely in here with the old fireplace and the fire crackling in the background, and you shut the curtains, and it's very atmospheric in here. I think that's one of my favourite times of year in this house, because it just lends itself, sort of Georgian character, wood beams, open fireplaces, the stove and stuff. It's just it's really nice for that. It's very atmospheric, and I will miss that aspect about it when we move. We've purposely kept the downstairs sort of shower and toilet area as an adjoining bit, so that it's good for guests when they stay. They've got their own little area. We can function upstairs without disturbing them, and vice versa. And it works quite well because then basically all of us are upstairs and then your guests are downstairs, and there's a degree of separation. It's a lovely feel and size of village, which one of the things we quite liked about it is you're very close to the A59, but you don't get any of the road noise, you don't get any of the driving for miles to actually get to the village. Within a minute of being in the car, you're doing 60 miles an hour on the A59 heading to wherever you need to be, so it's good from that perspective. And the other thing that we've really liked about it, and my dog Molly has, the walks from here is great. Within a minute of walking, you're out on the fields, and if you want to go out on a great big loop, there's so many bridle ways that you can access from here. And there's a lot of history to this house. I think it's a 200-year-old Georgian farmhouse, and we wanted to make it look and feel like that without being too sort of oldie-worldy. We wanted to put a modern sort of country sort of theme on it, but it's in keeping with a Georgian farmhouse. When we did the kitchen, it's a completely modern new build kitchen diner, but we made sure that the finish on the outside in terms of the render, the windows, just every aspect to it, we tried to make sure that it looked like it had always been there. We like to think that we've done a pretty good job with keeping the age and the look and the feel to this place. Yes, you do own the house, but you're kind of a custodian of it for a period of time before, and you put your stamp and your seal on it, and we have, but it's someone else's chance to put their stamp on it and make it their own. Hopefully that appeals to someone. So if you'd like to learn more about Fir Tree Farm, you'll find a link in the description.